What's up guys, RST here back again with another video for you guys. And if you haven't read the title already, today I'm going to be sharing with you the story of how I accidentally wrote an Ariana Grande song. Now if you guys are wondering which song it is, you'll probably figure it out once I start playing it. But the way it started was basically a couple weeks ago when I was watching John Fassold's video, How to Write Every Chainsmokers song ever, which by the way is absolutely hilarious. I'll leave the link in the description. But the key point he makes in that video is that every Chainsmokers song is written on 3 chords that just loop together. So this is a chord, and then it goes like, oh my god. That's a little more depressing than anything, but that's the main point, right? That they just loop 3 chords together. So, watching this video, I was just like, man, if it's this easy, why don't I try to become an EDM artist? Why don't I try to become the next Chainsmokers and, just pick 3 chords and see what I can do, right? So, start out in pair chords, like very basic chords, just starting around this octave and right here. I was just like, you know what, let's just do basic two-note chords, right? So, I went up, started on F, and then I just did this pair and then continue that pair. So I went like this. And then right when I played that and just heard that, I was just like, this sounds really, really familiar. And I kept playing it over and over. I was just like. And if you guys can't guess it by now, this is the first part of the main chorus of One More Time by Ariana Grande and Zed, which kind of explains why it sounds so EDM-ish. But once I heard these chords, I was just like, oh my god, this sounds exactly like the song. And it's not just the beginning note, because if you just do this, or like, it just doesn't sound right. It has to be together. So once I got this far, I was just like, well, if the first part of the chorus was this easy, maybe I can figure out the rest, right? So once I got all the way up to where I left off, I simply just like remember the song and try to match that with what was going on here. So before she goes down, she does this mini riff here where it's like the second to last note of the chord, then going to the last note of the chord, and then going in between. So it's like that, right? And so once I figured out that little riff there was just like, the last chord, but it was like going in between, I went all the way down to the C area. Because if you go all the way down here, then it sounds way too, changed and like, it sounds way too different than like the song's pitch. Because if you go all the way down here, it sounds way too low and stuff, right? So I went down over here and then I went down to E. Because if you go down to D or C, it just sounds like really, really off. It sounds too stale there, and then if you go down to C, or no, it just sounds like worse than D. So I went down to E, because that kind of just like, it's right next to the F surprisingly, and I think it's the lowest note she goes to in the chorus. So once I went down to E, it was pretty easy from there, because I knew once you're at this note, it kind of just tails off of this bottom note, which means my statement of E being her last note was a lie. It actually, this is the lowest note that she goes down to, so it kind of just piggybacks off this D, like, it's like, once it does that, then it goes back up to here, but not fully up to here, because if I went all the way up, like, it sounds way too high-pitched. So I went over to this, F, G area, and I knew it ended on a flat, like some flat note or one of these black keys. And the way I figured this out was because if I went to A, then it would be too high-pitched, obviously. This was a nice, balance, and it matched the chorus. And if I went down to here, and it wouldn't sound right, because look at this. See how it sounds really off? It's the same reason why when you go all the way up here, you're not doing a B flat, right? You're doing a B natural, because if you do a B flat, then it sounds off. See how it sounds, that little, weirdness? I don't know what to call it. It just sounds off. And that's why we do B natural. And the same reason here why, we do a G flat. Because if I do just a normal F, then it just sounds off. So in its entirety, this is what the entire chorus sounds like. Okay, I messed up the last note, but yeah, that's kind of the whole chorus, and I just figured that out, just through playing around with the basic chords, and then just, trying to match that with the original song, and it just goes to show, how easy you can write a pop song. And I'm not saying this just, to hate on her. I think her songs are pretty good, not all of them, but some of them are really nice, and yeah, I was trying to make a Chainsmokers song, and ended up writing an Ariana Grande song. So, pretty interesting story there. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please feel free to comment down below your suggestions. If you guys want me to play any songs, let me know that as well. And yeah, this is RST with another video for you guys. Peace.